How long do we have right now? Well, I'll tell you, we got 98 days until the midterm election. 98 days. And I know a lot of people are blaming John Thune and also Mike Johnson because I think they're both complicit with the delay tactics that are happening in the Senate and also in the Congress. But I want to take you back because we've got 51 Republicans, actually 50 Republicans in the Senate. Not one of them have stood up and said, remove John Thune as Speaker of the House. So we can blame Thune for a lot, and I blame him for a hell of a lot. But there's 49 other Senate Republicans that are not doing a damn thing. Now, I'll tell you this. I also want to lay the blame at those same Senate Republicans, that same 49 Senate Republicans that chose John Thune to be the Senate Majority Leader. There were two other people that were chosen, and then we settled, or they settled, on Thune. The other two names, another rhino, John Cornyn, he's gone, but he was one of them. And then the third one was Senator Rick Scott out of Florida. Now, Rick Scott has not done a lot to impress me. He says he has good catchphrases. He's got good sound bites. He wears the Navy hat, so I have to like him, right? But he's not done any damn thing. He hasn't stood up and said, remove John Thune. He hasn't done anything like that. But he goes on these talk shows and gets the sound bites. So Thune is the leader, Senate Majority Leader. I agree with that 1,000%. But what is wrong with all of these other Senate Republicans not standing up and calling for his removal? We're at 98 days until the midterm elections. Do you really think anything with the SAVE Act would happen if we passed it today, if we passed it yesterday? I don't think so. It's probably getting to a point where the President of the United States has to declare a national emergency, declare the elections vital to national security, which he could do, and then use the National Guard or the military to implement some election security. But I'm calling on Senate Republicans to remove John Thune. And maybe we change some things where the American people get to pick who the Senate Majority Leader is. If the Democrats are in power, the Democrat Party gets to pick the Senate Majority Leader. If the Republicans are in power, the American people, the American Republicans, get to vote who the Senate Majority Leader is. Because none of you and none of me trust other Senate Republicans to do the right damn thing. I would say implement the same thing with Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson's a shill for someone. And right now, I would love to see Brandon Gill out of Texas be the Speaker of the House. He should be. He's the only one that's calling a spade a spade. He's the only one that's really calling these clowns out. Who would you like to see as the Senate Majority Leader? I don't know, man. There's just so many bad Senate Republicans. Some of you are going to say John Kennedy. He voted to send my money to Ukraine, dude. He's got some good one-liners and, that kind of stuff. But that's it. He's not done a whole lot else. He hasn't brought up anything to remove Thune or nuke the filibuster. And any of these Senate Republicans that don't want to nuke the filibuster are basically telling America the SAVE Act is not important. We're keeping John Thune. They're going to ride that horse until his legs fall off. Same thing with Congress. Who would you have as a Speaker of the House in Congress? I don't know. Anna Paulina Luna, Tim Burchett. They talk a good game. They talk a great game. And we love hearing them talk. What are they doing? What are they doing? We're still sending money to the Taliban. We're not doing anything to progress the SAVE Act. We should be attaching the SAVE Act to every piece of legislation. Everything. If the Democrats get back in power, they're going to impeach the president. Day one. They will impeach him. If they get back in power, guess what? Thune's majority leader position in the Senate could very well be in jeopardy. Mike Johnson's majority leadership in Congress could be in jeopardy. So when you have a president in the White House, you've got a Democrat Congress in power, you have a Democrat Senate in power, nothing will get done in America. Nothing. The downfall, we're on the cusp of a Democrat Socialist Party taking over Congress, maybe the Senate. Do you think they'll change some laws, pack the Supreme Court, remove the requirement to be born in the United States, give old Mom Donnie a chance to run for president? I don't put it past them, guys. I don't put it past them. Remove John Thune.